Oh my god, do you see how fast he ate that? That's like insane.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
It's 7:52 a.m. and I just walked past the living room. And Boo is in the cat tower. Splash is in the cat condo. And Stella was on the other cat tower. All three cats were in the window. And Boo slept in the cat tower all night. I can't even tell you the last time Boo slept in the cat tower versus on the bed. I think it's because of the blankets that Zoa made. I wonder if they're like magic blankets, but the cats love these blankets. Boo loves it so much he'd rather sleep on top of it on a cat tower than on the bed. Good morning, Boo. And here's Simba. He's on top of the other cat tower that has a blanket on it. And Simba's just hanging out. None of the cats have any energy today, which is weird. They're all like really tired and lackadaisical. Why is that, Simba? The cats just got 2 new wand toys. I have like a whole stash of wand toys, and I got rid of the 2 old ones that they had here in the living room, and I gave them these 2 new ones. So they're excited to play with the new toys, even though like this toy is exactly like the one they had. The other one was just old, and this is new. Boo's laying on the scratch and roll on top of the spring mouse. Splash is under the tree. I just came outside and I gave Hydrox some food. I put it in the heated kitty cafe because he was hanging out under the house. But then he walked over to this side of the patio, so then I moved it to this side of the patio. But I don't know what's going on with him, but he's totally spooked by me today. Like, even if I try to go near him, he like backs up really fast. So I don't know what the deal is. Right now I'm like, I don't know, like 8 feet away. Pretty far. He should eat his food. The cats are eating their breakfast. And Splash was eating, but I had to coax Boo over, and when I coaxed Boo over, then Splash backed away a little bit, but he should come back. They're eating their brand new raw food that I made yesterday. It's all chicken and supplements, and it has some ground up zucchini, just a little bit. I've read that you should never put more than 5% of like additional supplements or non-meat ingredients in your raw food, and this was probably like 1%. So you know, if I have 10 pounds of meat, which I had, that's 160 ounces, and I think it was like 4 or 5 ounces of like supplements and stuff, or non-meat ingredients. So that was a low ratio, but I want to make sure that they get like their cat grass, and I have to grow some fresh cat grass for them. So that's why I put in like the cat grass powder. It's 12:54 p.m. and I just got back, and Hydrox did something that he's never done before. So like I was in my driveway and I was getting out of the car, and then I heard him meowing. And I thought he was like here on the patio area, but he wasn't. He was like in a neighbor's yard. So I heard him meowing from the neighbor's yard, and then I look and he came over and he was running into my yard. He ran across the patio, and then he just ran here onto the patio. Hydrox has food, so I don't know why he's not eating it. What I noticed this morning is that there was absolutely no dry food in the feeder, so I'm thinking maybe the feeder's out of food. And there we have it. I just opened up the automatic feeder and it is empty. I mean, there's just a little bit of food on the bottom, so I don't know if it dispensed anything this morning or not. So I am going to go inside and get some crunchies and refill this feeder. And that's what Hydrox was telling me. Hydrox, you want some crunchies? Would you want some crunchies? How you doing, Hydrox? You want some crunchies? Okay. I also have a treat for you. So I have some ground up chicken necks for him. I ground them up yesterday, and I ground them like really fine. So I'm wondering if he could eat those with the bone, because chicken necks are very high in bone, and it would be really good for him to get all those additional minerals. So I just gave Hydrox one of the scoops of the chicken necks. I added water to it, and then I also added like a heaping spoon of the baby food. So if he eats these without any problems, then I could mix these in with the rest of his food. My concern was that the pieces of bone might be hard for him, especially if he's having any kind of issues with his mouth. But because I use the really fine grinder, I'm thinking that maybe it will be okay. Because the pieces of bone are, I would say, maybe a quarter the size of the pieces of bone with the larger grinder. So, and it's the grinder disc. So the larger grinder disc, the pieces of bone are probably around the size of like a grain of rice, like long grain rice. And with these, I mean, they're just really small. I don't even know what to compare them to. So we'll see if he eats that. And if he does, then I'll defrost another one for his dinner. Now in the other bowl that he's looking at, oh, look at that. Oh my God, do you see how fast he ate that? That's like insane. In the other bowl is still the majority of breakfast. I would say that's a little bit more than half of his breakfast, or maybe about half of his breakfast that I put out there. And I did put a few crunchies on it, so. But yeah, he really likes those chicken necks. The sun is out today for the first time in what feels like forever. So I set up Catnip Beach for the cats. They have their sand-colored towel by the back door. There's plenty of sun. And they could come here and sunbathe. Who's checking it out? Boo, you gonna hang out in the sun? The one thing I did not do is put any catnip down. I could though, I could go get some catnip and give them catnip. Stella's here. Stella should enjoy it. Stella, you gonna hang out on Catnip Beach today? I just put catnip on Catnip Beach. It's very windy out. Every now and then there's a big gust of wind. Okay, Stella. I was just outside and I did not see Hydrox anywhere. I wasn't really looking for him. I was unloading the car. And then like I realized something. So when I came back earlier and Hydrox was in a neighbor's yard, he saw me, he meowed at me, he came running to the driveway where I was, and that's Boo's tail that just went in front of the camera. And then he like walked into this back area. It is so windy out right now. I mean, like everything is being blown around, so that's why Hydrox just got spooked, because of the wind. I just gave Hydrox some food. He's getting 4 scoops. So he's getting 3 scoops of his homemade raw food, and he's getting 1 scoop of the chicken necks because he liked them so much. And he just got freaked because of the wind. So every now and then there's like a massive gust of wind and he's getting freaked by it. But that bowl is literally filled to the top. I was definitely nervous that it was going to start spilling over the side, so I hope he goes and eats it. Hydrox came back to eat his food. So hopefully he'll eat it all. It looks like he sucked up a lot of the water. It is 5:33 p.m. right now, and the cats are really hungry. Like, they want to eat their dinner, but it's pretty much still frozen. So what I am going to do now is give them a snack, and then in a few hours, when their food is no longer frozen, then they're going to have their dinner. So I'm reversing the order again today. So instead of crunchies later, they're having a snack now, and then they'll have their dinner later. And today they are trying one of these containers of Sheba. This is what it looks like. It looks like pieces of meat in broth. And it smells really, really, really good. Like, it smells like people food. It smells like I just opened like a can of like chicken soup or something. So this is what they're gonna get. I just fed them on their table, and this actually appears to be some kind of mixed fish. I think I saw like a little mussel in there, and I don't know what the other fish is, but that's what I think it is. And Splash is on the steps right now. As soon as I move, he'll probably come down. Splash just came downstairs. I don't know why he's walking toward me. The food's on the other side. Go eat your food, Splash. Go eat the food. You can eat it. It's your plate on the table. Go eat your food, Splash. Yeah, you could eat it. Go eat your food. It's on the table. Here, you want some pets? Splash, you want some pets instead? No, of course, you never do. Now Boo's eating Splash's. But that's okay, because Boo did not finish his. I've never fed them like a whole mussel before. When I say mussel, I mean like the shellfish. Okay, the cats really like this. It's a very nice treat for the cats. It's good to give them some variety. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.